Hi, welcome back. So, since we last did a video, I have now torn down the Norton frame, as you can see here. So I thought I'd just show you all of the cycle bits that I've taken off this Norton frame and just talk to you briefly about some of the difficulties I had. Now, as I mentioned, one of the reasons why I'm doing this YouTube video is actually for my own records, so I can remember how to put it back again at one point. So here we go. Here's the frame. I've got to say it is in a remarkably good shape. There obviously has been some work carried out on it at some point. One of the things which is very clear is that they have put new bearings in, the previous owner. These are brand new bearings, top and bottom, which is great because they can be a real pig to do. However, some of the things that they've done is in their attempt to restore this, they have done a few shortcuts, shall we say. One of which was they've been using various ugly threaded bars to hold things on, and even cable ties. So it's been a bit, someone started this work and then I think maybe just loosely assembled it with bits and bobs. That's going to get put right. Now, there was only one difficulty I had in the stripping down of this frame, and that was the removal of the swinging arm bolt, which was down here, and it was very, very tight. In fact, the swinging arm itself wouldn't actually move in the frame. It was very, very tight. I managed to bring it out slowly and surely by using the threads on the swinging arm, because actually it's not a bolt, it's a stud. If you see here, it's got threads at both ends, so I was able just to continue to sort of pull it all the way through. But you can see from the condition of this, this has not been out in many, 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 many years. All that grease has just congealed and gone really, really unpleasant. So I expect I'm going to have to change the swinging arm bearings. Anyway, that was the only trouble I had with this. I have put on this little stand that I've got in the workshop. It's a bit ugly. I will tidy it up, but it's worked out really well to enable me to move the frame around. So what have we got off the frame itself? So here we've got, I don't know what this seat is. It's not my choice, not my taste. But anyway, here is a seat that came off, a fiberglass tank that also came off, not my taste. Both of these are going to try and find another home for. The said swinging arm, so the swinging arm here, and you can see the condition of the bearings is very poor, so I'm going to have to get new bearings in here. 2 shock absorbers. I don't know their condition. I would ideally like to restore them rather than replace them, but I'll have to make an assessment on that. Upper and lower fork yokes need a bit of work. Going to decide whether to get them chromed or just to get them painted. Pair of drop handlebars. They seem to be okay actually, and also throttle, so that's quite good. Some headlight brackets which are going to get replaced. These are the original Thunderbird ones. Apparently, from what I've read, these are quite a distinctive item for those sorts of vehicles. Then we've got the front fork legs, and I think I said in my previous video that I'd been told that it had new inner fork legs, which it has, I can confirm, although there is a little bit of a mark there. These are in very good condition, but in the attempt of packaging these headlight brackets on, there's been a bit of a bodge going on with some bits of plastic here. I don't really know what they're for, but they weren't obvious when it was on the bike, but they're clearly not original. We've got a headlight. It's in mediocre condition. It does have some surface rust on it. Again, I'll have to decide what I do with that. Replace it or rechrome it, I don't know. But it's got the ammeter, which is quite a nice little feature. Quite like that. Then we've got miscellaneous bolts, and because I don't know how long it's going to be until I actually get round to rebuilding this, then I have started to label it. So front wheel Triton, and then this frame crosspiece bolt, which appears to be some sort of brace with a spacer. This actually goes here. I'm calling it a brace, but I don't really know what it's for. But anyway, that clearly has not been out either in previous restoration attempts. Some random oil seals, which again were used on top of the fork legs just to pack out the headlight brackets. So again, a bit of a bodge, not terribly nice. Then we've got a couple of wheels. So here we've got a front wheel with the rims in very poor condition. Interestingly, it's got a brand new tyre on it. I've been meaning to have a look what the actual date code is on this tyre, if indeed it has one, but yeah, it's a brand new tyre, but a rather ropey rim. Interestingly as well, it looks as though it's got new brake shoes on it. So again, someone has had a go at restoring this bike. Not terribly well, but there you go. I'm not going to criticise that. You don't know the circumstances. Then we've got a fiberglass dry sump tank and battery box. Again, that's going to find another home. I want to replace with a aluminium one. And then a sort of well, it's a rear mudguard, obviously, but it's aluminium, rather poorly painted and made out of probably 2 or 3, maybe 2 mudguards, and then a bracket. So this bracket here was used to actually hold this rear mudguard on. Again, not original, a bit ugly, will be getting thrown away. Then we have the rear wheel, which is the last piece here, which is quite an interesting piece actually, because I haven't seen this design before, where we've got a 2-piece bolt. So this bolt here is not attached to that there. Look at that. It's already out here, and yet it's still in there. So it's a 2-piece bolt, which again I haven't seen, with an integral bearing, but clearly this has all been overhauled. I will inspect the bearings, but I'm not going to replace bearings that don't need to be done. But again, you can see the condition of these nuts, and it's all in remarkably good condition. So again, fascinating to see. The rear rim isn't too bad. It's got 3 missing spokes, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I am going to be replacing the rim. It's because I'm going to put alloy rims on this because it is going to be, you know, a show bike. In truth, it is probably recoverable, and it does have some sizes here, which is interesting. So it says WM219 Jones, and then a rear brake drum, which again is in poor condition, and the shoes have not been replaced on this one. So yeah, quite poor. So this is the extent of what I've got at the moment. My next step is, again, I'm going to be packaging all these away, labeling all the pieces, and then I'm going to get this workshop nice and clean and tidy again. Become a little bit of an obsession of mine, if I'm honest. And then I'm going to focus on getting this frame ready for paint. So I've got to decide whether I'm going to shot blast it, or whether I'm going to chemically strip it, or whether I'm going to use a wire wheel on it. My preference at the moment is not to shot blast, because I don't really think it's such a good idea to do on an old machine, and also you've got the concerns of the bearings, which again are in great condition. I really don't want to take bearings in and out needlessly. You know, they're just not designed. These are interference fit. They're just not designed to be removed and refitted at any sort of frequency at all. So I'd really not, if you know the bearings are good, then I'm going to leave them in there. Right, well, anyway, this is what I'm doing next. I will give another video update when I get there. Until then, we'll speak again.